At Edgewood, a one-of-a-kind retirement community in North Andover, Massachusetts, mornings for the residents who live here are pretty sweet. When enjoying an early morning breakfast or a late Sunday brunch in the dining room, they may not realize that the maple syrup on their tables has a very interesting history. Meet Lou, Edgewood's Culinary Services Director and sugaring hobbyist. So tell me, Lou, how many years have you been looking after and tapping the trees here for maple syrup?
It's been about 10 years we've been tapping here, and it's been pretty successful pretty much every year. We've gotten at least, several gallons of syrup each year.
What got you into it?
My nephew used to tap trees up in New Hampshire, and he did it as a scout project that he had. And when he started doing it, I found it pretty interesting, and I did it as a hobby at home for a little bit, and then thought it would be a good project here at Edgewood.
I'd love to see the technique. Can you show us some of the pots?
Sure.
I'm Jeannie Nicholas. Edgewood is an exquisite place. It is just a place where we can look at Mother Nature and breathe it in, feel it. In another life, my husband had a small farm and was interested in many, many, many different things, among them maple syrup. When we came to Edgewood, it never occurred to us that that might be one of the many pluses here. But it turns out that Lou, here at Edgewood, taps the maple trees. So when Ed found that out, he went immediately to Lou to see if he couldn't offer some help.
Northeastern Native Americans were the first to make maple syrup. Europeans came to the continent and were shown how to tap the trees and collect the sap during the spring thaw. And we've been tapping, boiling, straining, and eating maple syrup ever since.
I have to tell you, my husband uses maple syrup on ice cream. He uses it on cereal. He uses it on almost anything as his sweetener, and tells me each time he does it that it has many, 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 many health benefits.
But maple syrup may be more beneficial than even modern-day Americans realize. Researchers have been studying this sweet breakfast condiment and are hopeful that the bioactive compounds found in maple syrup may inhibit proteins in the brain from becoming entangled as amyloid plaques, which are the hallmark of Alzheimer's disease. Maple syrup also contains antioxidants that have many health benefits and has a lower score on the glycemic index. When used in place of sweeteners like cane sugar, maple syrup may make managing diabetes easier. In 2016, these findings catapulted maple syrup onto the list of superfoods.
So as you can see, we have the taps in the tree here. There's 3 in this tree, and the tubing running into the bucket. The sap will drip down the tube into the bucket. We'll collect the sap, and we'll take that sap up to the kitchen and boil it down in the kettle. It takes 40 gallons of sap to make 1 gallon of syrup. And you can see it looks like water pretty much. So there's only about 2% sugar in the sap. And once it's boiled down to a syrup form, it's about 66 to 67% sugar.
I can't wait to taste it.
Yeah, it'll be tasty.
It takes me to a place of comfort, a place of home. In some ways, it reminds me of my childhood when my grandmother would make us pancakes for breakfast. The important thing is when I put it on my tongue and I say, oh, this is the real thing. Major yum!
Lou, thank you very much for what you do for us here at Edgewood.
Well, you're welcome. Thank you.
How many people get to live in a retirement community that makes its own maple syrup? Life is pretty sweet at Edgewood.